It's time once again for Let's Sue Disney! Well, hello there, and welcome to another exciting episode of Let's Sue Disney. Let's meet today's contestants. Let's say hello to our returning champion. She's an Avenger, the star of Black Widow, and the latest woman to accuse Disney of unfair business practices. Meet Scarlett Johansson. She's the star of La La Land, and said yes to being in the worst idea for a Disney film since Tomorrowland and A Wrinkle in Time. Meet Emma Stone. And finally, let's meet today's challenger. She's the wife of John Krasinski, and the reason why Scarlett Johansson became Black Widow in the first place. Say hello to Emily Blunt! What does Marvel boss Kevin Feige have to say about all this? We'll find out today on Let's Sue Disney! Alrighty, how's it going, everybody? Time for another action-packed episode of N.A.P.S. With me is my cohort and partner in crime, Mr. Jake Bentley. How's it going, Jake?
Good morning.
We're working on the monetization. Hopefully, Cesario. We'll have something announced soon, but we're still working on that. Keely Chow, no echo this time. Yeah, it's almost like I have a professional setup here.
You know what might help with monetization?
What? Money?
Suing Disney.
Yeah, well, that might be a good idea.
Let's sue Disney.
Yeah, why don't we sue Disney? That might be a good idea.
Listen, the only reason, and I mean the only reason they told me that I couldn't play Scarlet Witch was because I have a penis. The fact that I showed it to him has nothing to do with it.
Oh boy, hold on. You knucklehead. The cat's crying again. So, anyway, boy. Oh, did you hear? We are now flying without a dislike button. We're not there. YouTube's not going to show the dislikes.
Why?
Because they say, oh well, it prevents people from dogpiling on certain creators, on smaller creators, to protect smaller creators. Of course, who's the one asshole who likes it?
Is it me? Because
no.
I do.
No, it's actually the one asshole who actually says this is a good idea is Trevor Noah, of course.
Like see, I like dogpiling. I thought that's what
I like dog, but Trevor, that no talent hack, he likes the idea of not showing the dislikes. So I'm like, of course, because you need Comedy Central to run your videos as ads before other more popular videos. That's the way you get your engagement there, buddy.
I forgot he still does stuff. I have not watched The Daily Show in probably a decade.
Well, so is his audience, because if he gets beaten by women's basketball. And I'm not making that up. I'm not
my gosh.
He fails to draw 200,000 viewers on certain nights.
Well, at least they're putting women's basketball on Comedy Central now, because God knows they don't play comedy anymore. I think that's become the new MTV doesn't play music.
They use comedy in the name, ironically. All right, so Jake, let's dive into the superhero SmackDown. The best public domain footage money can buy. So, okay, we got a bunch of previews that dropped, actually, from Marvel.
I have not watched a single one, so this will be good.
Yeah, this should be good. So we're going to take a look right now at the preview for She-Hulk.
Can I make fun of it in live time?
Absolutely. It's only 30. It's only 30 seconds.
Okay, cool.
So hopefully we'll be able to got to check and share the audio. Okay, and we're going to share the screen. And okay, now.
I'm Jennifer Walters.
Yes, you are Jennifer Walters. Very good. See, we're off to a good start already. She's affirming that she knows who she is. She has an identity of her own.
I'm a normal lawyer. Well, not that normal.
These transformations are triggered by anger and fear.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
All right, not a whole lot to go on.
Yeah, no, not a whole lot. It kind of, not a lot to go on. It almost kind of feels like Ally McBeal meets.
Is it just me?
Transformations are triggered.
I don't like the Professor Hulk. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't. It took the only thing. I get it, because like, unless you do Professor Hulk, you just kind of keep going around in a Jekyll and Hyde circle, and there's really no resolution until either Jekyll kills Hyde or Hyde kills Jekyll. It's the problem. Like, I don't get why Hulk comics are so popular, because Hulk kind of fucking sucks as a character.
It's a very extreme Jekyll and Hyde story.
I'm sorry if you're a Hulk fan, but Hulk sucks, and Hulk fanboy writers are the absolute worst.
I'll have to give him this, showing a very shapely backside.
I was kind of expecting She-Hulk to look like Triple H. So, so I can work with this.
Yeah, and the whole ripping the line from Bill Bixby. Don't make me angry. Like
why does she look like she's on the set of Anchorman though?
I have no idea.
Like, I think that is legitimately one of the suits that what's her name? Christina Applegate wore in like the Anchorman sequel.
Recycling old wardrobe, maybe?
Yeah, but like that's from like a 70s.
I don't know, man. Because they're going to thrift stores now for their wardrobe to save money.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Well, anyway. So anyway, let's go to the next one. Okay. Let's go to Moon Knight.
Moon Knight. I'm pretty psyched for this one.
Moon Knigget. Okay, screen culture.
Careful there. YouTube is going to get us really close to not monetizing. They're going to go back and listen to that. They're like, did he say what we think he did?
Well, they're going to have to. Okay, hold on. Shut up. Don't start just yet. I'm not ready to share. Dang it. System audio. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. There's Oscar Isaac. Okay. Okay, was it Mark Spector is the guy?
Yep.
Okay. I was never that huge a Moon Knight fan. I was a Daredevil fan.
Moon Knight's great. Moon Knight is basically like Batman, but he's honest that he has mental problems.
I can't tell the difference.
Wait, is this a fan?
My waking life.
Is this a fan trailer? It's official.
Dreams.
Yeah, it's the official trailer.
Voice in your head.
It better be official trailer.
It devours you.
Oh, awesome. All right, not a lot. I saw a different trailer. Oh. All right, not bad.
Yeah, no, Moon Knight's kind of cool. I always remembered one of the things that really defined Moon Knight as a character for me was actually Taskmaster talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was I think it was a Deadpool comic where he was talking about like, fighting other people, and he prefers to fight like Captain America and Wolverine. He can't fight like Deadpool because there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's completely erratic and nothing you can copy. And he was saying Moon Knight, he hated fighting like Moon Knight because Moon Knight will readily take a punch in the face to give one.
Oh, okay.
Complete psychotic.
Oh yeah, Moon Knight seems it's one of those characters that, like I said, that really, like I said, I don't know. Like I said, I never really. Other people were always more into him than I was. I should say I was more Daredevil. I knew a few people that read Moon Knight, but it was just, okay. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing more.
Moon Knight is a character. He's not one that I would go out of my way to read, but like if something came up and Moon Knight was in it, I was all for it.
Yeah, that's kind of like Doctor Strange. So okay, we're gonna take a look at the Crap de Resistance. Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel.
Oh,
I can't believe
this.
I can't believe this is actually this got a green. No, I feel like I shouldn't say that. I should believe that this is going to get a green. This got a green light because it's such a bad idea that this is. Okay, let's just take a look. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Kamala, let's talk about you.
It's not really the brown girls from Jersey City who save the world.
Maybe now they do.
I got this, right?
Totally.
All right, not a whole lot to go on there, but
you know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of has like a kick-ass feel to it.
Yeah, very young adult. But this whole thing, I mean, she's a total fan. She's like, oh my god, I'm such a fangirl of Carol Danvers, like Ms. Marvel. Oh my god, I can't wait. Oh my god, I'm such a brown girl from Jersey. Oh my god, I'm like, yeah.
It's tough because like with the nature of the character, how do you do anything other than she's just a huge fangirl of this superhero? Like the character right from its inception is put into this. It's weird. You've boxed the character in and you've kind of just strayed which way it can go. It has to overcome a lot. And that's not even hating on the character. It's just, it's kind of a bad premise from the get-go that your entire superhero identity is I like another superhero.
Well, the character is a self-insert for Sana Amanat, who just ran Marvel into the ground. I mean, that's all it is. These are. Listen, how many Marvel, quote unquote, new Marvel characters or new comic book characters are just self-inserts? Just about all of them.
Yeah. Yeah. That
I want to see myself on screen. No, I don't. I want to see somebody who's better than me on screen.
I don't know. A self-insert of me as a superhero, I think, would be pretty cool. It'd be like a superhero who just watches wrestling and eats Taco Bell all day. I think everyone would love to watch that one.
When I wrote Jake, when I wrote F you, I didn't write it. I wrote it about me, but I wrote it as you as the main character. You were the main character. It wasn't me. It was you. Like that. So I'm like, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take someone else because listen, if you're write about what you know, but at the same time, if you're just writing about yourself, it's going to be boring.
Yeah. It's too bad. It's too bad we never filmed that.
Oh no, that's gonna get made at some point. Trust me.
I think I'm too old to play that main character at this point, though.
Well, no, not necessarily you, but it's somebody's gonna come along. You'll be a technical advisor.
I'll play a professor.
Yes, exactly. Dave Sheehan could still play the internet billionaire.
Dave Sheehan would be a great internet billionaire.
That was a great premise I had. His office is in like in a men's room. Did I tell you about that?
No. That's awesome.
His office is in, because listen, when I was going to the so-called state university, okay, as was we call it, Southern Connecticut, there was in one of the buildings, the student center building, Seabury Hall. On the third floor, there was a men's room that nobody used, but it was still cleaned on a regular basis. So whenever I have to use the men's room, I would go up there because it was clean. And that was the inspiration. I said, you know what? What if there was like an abandoned men's room that was this sort of office for this internet billionaire who would just give back directly to the students, because donating to the university was just a waste of time and money and resources and
That's
energy.
a great idea.
It was like it had one of those like little slidey plates on it, you know, like the speakeasies. You knock on the door and you go, whoosh, and you just see the pair of eyes behind it. And then he would open the door, be like this bustling office with like a secretary, and Bryn was going to be your wife was going to be this who I modeled the secretary after. And I know he'll, you know, oh, go right in. He's expecting you. You know, how he makes contact with him is that a guy puts a newspaper down, and there's a cell phone in it, and there's a message, gets a text message on it, and it says go to the third floor, or whatever. And that's how it starts. This very sort of like clandestine thing, but like I said, he goes up there and he meets with this guy who's like the internet billionaire, developed like face app or whatever, and sold it for billions. And then he walks out of the office, and then he turns around and he opens the door back up, and it's just a regular bathroom.
Yeah, that's great.
So there's that. So did that really happen or not? You know? And he's like, he does that a couple times. Like, I gotta figure out how he does that.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
You hear this? You hear this, Hollywood? You hear this, TV industry? You hear this? These are the ideas you should be seeking out. Okay. Okay. So anyway, so Jake, did you see Eternals yet?
No, I did not.
Well, neither did I. It's that bad. Nobody even wants to pirate it.
Yeah. When's I might watch it when it's free on Disney Plus. Not free because I still have to pay for Disney Plus, but like by the time it finds its way to Disney Plus.
So apparently, do you know who Victoria Alonso is?
No, she sounds
is
cool though.
No, well, she's the person that's probably making a lot of these decisions.
Okay.
And she's she's like second banana over at Marvel, the Marvel Studios. So I
really hope the official Disney like hierarchy is done in bananas.
Well, apparently she says something stupid again. She's been saying a lot of really stupid shit. She said X-Men is out of date. X-Men is out of date because there's a lot of women on the team. I'm like, it stands for humans, you idiot.
I keep getting into this with people that where they were like, I've been told human is politically incorrect.
God.
And it's like I don't know. And like you make all the common sense points in the world, and people are like, well, I read articles by feminist bloggers and I trust them more than you. Like, okay, you're a fucking idiot. So like that's cool. Like just start with that.
But this is the person that's second in command of Marvel Studios. Marvel Studios president of physical post-production, visual effects, animation broke out in the song not once but twice when she was presented with the Visionary Award at Outfest Legacy Awards Saturday night at the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures. She sang a verse of B.O.B.'s. Who's B.O.B.'s? Beautiful girl all over the world, to her wife Imelda Cochran. Yeah, so she's a double. She's an immigrant, and she's a member of the LGBTQ XYZ LMNOP EIEIO people. So they can't fire her. Towards the end of her remarks, Alonso
hold on. You may be able to fire her based on what letter?
Okay, true. Towards the end of her remarks, Alonso warbled, "I am what I am" from La Cage aux Folles in English and Spanish. So that's who essentially we have running the show. Musical chop aside, Alonso delivered passionate speech about LGBTQ equality and visibility. We have tried to stir up something, and sometimes critics are not with us. That's okay. That's okay. Alonso said of our work at Marvel. We thank you for being a critic. We thank you for writing about us, and fans will decide. Well, fans are deciding that you suck, okay? Diversity and inclusion is not a political game for us. It is 100% a responsibility because you don't get to have the global success that we have given the Walt Disney Company without the support of people all around the world of every kind of human there is. Wow. She's just an imbecile, isn't she? She really believes this shit.
I mean,
listen,
I think most people who do take that stance do, and I'm not against diversity and inclusion.
No, nobody is.
There should be representation. I hate lazy representation.
No.
I hate representation where it's like, well, here's a character who's white, but we haven't. It becomes tokenism, is really what it is.
Mm.
And I think that's where my ire comes up. I'm all for diversity. I'm all for inclusion. I'm against tokenism, and a lot of the things that they've like Black Panther is a great example of how to do it right. Black Panther is not tokenism. Like,
no, it's not tokenism. I really don't think it was that good a movie, though.
I loved Black Panther.
It felt very much like a 90s superhero movie.
Yeah, maybe that's why I liked it.
Okay.
I think I'd put it in my top 5 Marvel movies. I did think Black Panther was great. You know, Captain Marvel, not so much.
Nobody liked Captain Marvel, and people who did are lying.
Or Brie Larson's mom.
Oh my god! Like, oh my god! I can't believe Shlomo hates my movie. He is such a misogynist. Hey, Brie. So you can never play that too many times. I love that. I'm so proud of my work, aren't I? But this whole thing, like I said, she's got to be part of the reason why we're getting a lot of these crappy movies made, because she's been getting more and more authority. And she's Marvel's Kathleen Kennedy right now. Oh, diversity. Yeah, because did you see Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yes.
Okay, you know what? I'm like, really, you got to cram Isaiah Bradley in at the end to make people feel bad about liking Steve Rogers. Oh, look, they exploited a black man. You got to feel bad for liking Steve Rogers.
I mean, I think that's just kind of touching on what like the history would have been, though. I didn't have a problem with that.
Well, yeah, no doubt. But like I said, it's, you know, the whole speech that Sam gives at the end.
Yeah.
You need to do better. How? Well, I'm not sure, but you need to do better.
Yeah, that was the spirit of that was good, but like the fact that nobody actually read that part of the script out loud before they sent it off to be read, you're like, it was just kind of like it felt a little, I don't know, whiny.
So anyway. Yeah, Black Panther was touted as the first black superhero in a movie.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
Yeah, nobody saw Blade or even watched Community. What are you watching, Blade?
Yeah, or even what was even in the early 90s? What was that? It was a comedy movie. It wasn't like a real superhero movie. But what was that Damon Wayans movie? Meteor Man.
Meteor Man, yeah.
Meteor Man, yeah. I mean, hell, even like Hancock.
Spawn, yeah, there was Spawn, Steel. Was Shaq coming back to play John Henry Irons?
Yes, I hope so.
I'm Kazam. No, you're Steel. I'm Steel.
I'm Steel Shazam. That's not a thing. Just now.
Spawn wasn't very good. I saw the movies. That wasn't very good. And you know, I read the comic for about a year and a half, and he was just sitting around. He's not doing a whole lot. Everybody else around him was doing everything.
Yeah.
So what else is shaking here? There's not a whole lot of news on the entertainment front. Everybody's watching the Rittenhouse trial, which I really don't want to talk about here because listen,
I got you. No, I'm with you.
If you want commentary on that, there's plenty of other channels to do it.
I've only got a limited amount of time though, but so if there's anything else you wanna do with me on here,
let's just see how the Eternals did at the box office this week. Hold
on.
Let's do that. Yeah, because why the hell not? So the Eternals are not doing very well from what I've gathered. Friday's box office, Eternals plunges 75% as Venom 2 tops 2. Did you see Venom 2?
I watched the scene at the end.
Okay.
I was told that was the only part of the movie I needed to actually watch.
What was in it?
So the end of the movie was basically him getting transported to the MCU.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Is that a post-credit scene or?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
He's basically in a hotel room and like Venom's taking him through like this weird, almost like a meditation kind of thing. And then you hear like J. Jonah Jameson's voice from the end of the last Spider-Man movie on the TV. He opens his eyes and he's in like some random person's hotel room, like in that universe.
How did they transport him? How did they move him from universe?
I have no idea.
Oh, they just did. They just did. So it
matter. Yeah, sorry for the spoilers. Rabid Slug. I didn't think that. My bad.
Spoiler, in Empire Strikes Back, Darth Vader is Luke's father.
That all right? Like, you don't have to make fun of the guy by saying bullshit that's obviously not true. He made a valid point. Let's not just mock him.
I'm kidding. Of course. But yeah, I mean, do you think they're just gonna try to sweep this under the rug, aren't they? This Eternals bombing, and just we'll keep going on. Hope it doesn't happen again.
It's one of those things that you can spin any numbers any way you want. They'll just find a way to spin them the way they want to. They'll tout the opening weekend. They'll add in everything at the end, and they'll take every dime the movie makes between like now and 6 years from now, and they'll tout as. That's the thing. You can spin numbers any way you want to make it look good, bad, anywhere in between.
Oh, did you hear about the big spoiler for Spider-Man?
I heard quite a bit of spoilers for Spider-Man.
Spoilers. It looks like a certain lawyer is going to be making an appearance.
Yes, I did hear about that.
Yeah, and John Campea, the guy, Bonehead Campea, I call him. He got in trouble for it.
Nice.
Yeah. Can't lose that sweet Disney access, can we? So Jake, do you want to run down some scores? Oh, well, still a little early to run down the scores, but keep ragging on. So Jake, let me ask you, Jake, did you see while we still got you here, did you see No Time to Die?
No, we talked about that though, I think.
Okay, yeah. All right. Well, you hadn't seen it, so do you know about the ending?
Yes, you told me, yeah.
Okay. All right. Darn it. Why did I forget that? That was important.
It was like right after it came out.
Boy.
It was me, you, and Dave, and we talked about it.
Oh, okay. All I can say is boo. Boo.
Yeah.
Boo. Okay. All right, Jake, while I got you here, I really want your take on this funny animal story. Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Hold on. I know we're doing funny animal stories early, but you got to go, and I just want your take on this. And so, Brazilian cow set for slaughterhouse escapes the water park and rides slide.
It feels like this is just like the same story, but every week it just gets more and more awesome.
Everybody loves water slide from Brazilian cows in a dramatic, bizarre, and run for freedom. A cow pegged for slaughter escaped from a cattle ranch 500 miles west of Rio de Janeiro this week and bolted to an adjacent water park.
So first thing I want to know, like, how you can tell the difference between like an American cow and a Brazilian. Is it just like it looks like the same cow here except it shaves its vagina? Like, how does that work?
I have no idea. What's this headline over here? I let my mom and my sister sleep with my husband? That's the Jerry Springer show. What the hell's going on with these? What the hell's going on in America now?
Is that like an actual article, or is that
That's probably an ad.
yeah,
That's a N.A.P.S article.
that could be an ad. Like, find out how we got her to do it.
Once there, okay.
Like taking this pill.
Once there, the cow climbed stairs of water slide and slowly slid down into the pool. There he's just chilling. The slide, which is only supposed to hold 450 pounds, held up the cow's 700-pound frame. Surprisingly, the slide, which is only supposed to hold, the cow earned a lifelong reprieve. The owner, according to iHeartRadio, said the animal will become a family pet. Its name is now Toboga, which means slide.
See, now they're just encouraging this behavior in cows.
Yeah, let's see. Let's take a look here. Now the cows are going to overrun water parks all over the world now.
You just be like, I don't have to get killed.
Check them out. There he goes. Look, obviously the cow knows what it's doing. Okay. So
I want to know, how did the cow climb the ladder to get there?
Moo. He's just parked there. All right. So, okay. It's going to chill. Well, it feels good. Okay. This opens up a whole new industry. Bovine water parks.
I mean, why not?
Oh, brother. All right. Oh, Jake, you gotta get going. So
I gotta get going. It's oh yeah, morbid. Yeah, that's a good new meaning to sliders. All right, it's been a pleasure. I'll see you guys hopefully next week.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right, Jake. We'll catch you next time.
All right, love you too.
All right, see you, dude.
Bye.
Jake Bentley, everybody. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, like I said, bovine water parks. There you go. It's a brand new growth industry. I mean, because why not? You know, hey, they gotta cool off, you know, just like the rest of us. You know? And because, yeah, maybe let's tenderize them a little bit. Ah, for God's sake. Let's see if you can find some more animal news here. That's actually, I know we ended a little early on the animal news, but that was just too, I just had to get Jake's take on that. What else? What else, guys? See, there's not a whole lot of news here, guys. That's the word. That's the worst part about this. Yeah, everything's going on in the world. Like, you know, hey. Oh, there's a wayward penguin. We'll do that one. A wayward penguin. We'll get to that eventually. Yeah. Well, we can talk about that. Let me see. Let me talk about that a little bit. Pull that story up. Actually, Data Racer. Data Racer was one of the first people to point this out. So apparently Disney is now plagiarizing the female predator. Let me see if I can pull that up. Disney plagiarizes. For God's sake, if I could ever type. Let me see. It's from Reddit. Want to take a look at Reddit? Yeah, I can take a look at Reddit. Because when we need news, you go to Reddit, you know. But if this is true, it just shows you. I mean, like Alex Kurtzman is no longer the laziest person in Hollywood. Disney new female predator movie is a blatant copy of a film of a 2019 fan film called Warrior Predator. Both about indigenous female warrior who fought the predator 300 years ago. Disney's so lazy, there's literally seeing SJW fan fiction. But this whole problem, Reddit is a great source of highly controlled, dogmatically pure groupthink. Yeah, well, but this whole thing about Disney, listen, hey, it's not unusual. For God's sake, this thing, I keep bumping it with my hat. It's not unusual for you to come up with an idea that someone else comes up with. Yeah, because sometimes some ideas are low hanging fruit, but this is just too close to the original. You know, and this whole thing, and Hollywood's been doing this for years, apparently now. They are so bereft of ideas that they're just, oh yeah, these people, it's a question of, hey, are people going to sue, and do they have the money to defend themselves? And they are they're just being shameless now about it. I mean, they ripped off a Nas Abdeen. They ripped off, oh, for God's sake. I mean, it's like I said, low hanging fruit is one thing, but listen, I don't know if I'm, you know, I don't know about making these accusations without, without grounds, but like I said, just the idea. I'm pretty sure there's been other ideas like this, but the fact that it comes down to timing. Lord question: why these predators go after Stone Age humans? I don't know. There wouldn't be much of a match, would they? Unless it's like, shooting, fish in a rain barrel. Hey, Kazu, keep your fruit to yourself, lest I accidentally kick them. Oops. I really don't understand the whole thing. I mean, really, Disney used to be the house of ideas. Even if they're taking something that is centuries old, like the story of Robin Hood or Aladdin or Cinderella or whatever, they would take it and they would make it, I wouldn't necessarily say better, but they would make it their own. There is not a person that didn't grow up with not seeing Disney's Cinderella or, Snow White or Pinocchio. But there's a difference between doing that and ripping off something that somebody put a lot of time and effort into it. Like the tale of Robin Hood is a centuries old tale. It's public domain. Grace Mouse Detective is another take on Sherlock Holmes. Again, public domain. These are stories that have been so entrenched in the public consciousness for years. I mean, how many versions of King Arthur have there been? And to me, it's still the definitive one. There's two definitive versions of King Arthur. It's Excalibur and Monty Python and the Holy Grail. But I'm having trouble with the whole thing about Disney. Disney is becoming this. If they were before, they are this monolith of what's the right word here? They're becoming this thing where that they're almost like the Borg. They just gobble up everything. You know, we are the Borg. You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile. Lady give me Excalibur. That's right, man. Squatch. How'd you become king? Lady arm clad in most shimmering samite, held aloft Excalibur from the bosom of the water. Strange women lying in pawns distributing swords, no basis or system of government. Yeah, they're the Borg. Disney just ignoring the lore set on Aliens, Predator Comics, Dark Horse. Well, the lore set by the Dark Horse comics, I'm not familiar with that. But there's this other thing, like I said, did you think nobody was going to notice? Did you think this was just going to just fly under the radar? Nobody was going to say, hey, wait a minute, stop right there. So, okay, I have to ask, is anybody playing the Grand Theft Auto reissue? The Grand Theft Auto trilogy? Because I love me some Grand Theft Auto. But from what I hear, it has just been getting lambasted. I know I don't get to talk video games on this channel very often, but let me see what we got here. Hold on. Yeah, let me see. We're not very good at sharing the screens. The 6 minutes. Yesterday, Cyberpunk started trending on social media. Surprise wasn't because they new updates the game, rather because people were comparing the disastrous launch of Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Definitive Edition to release of Cyberpunk 2077, one of the biggest letdowns in gaming. For me, it's actually an insult to Cyberpunk because what we're seeing with GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition is worse. Don't get me wrong, I can still recite the list of Cyberpunk crimes by heart. The game is barely playable on last-gen consoles, so much so that Sony removed the entire game from PlayStation Store for 6 months ahead of the launch of CDPR. Said Cyberpunk would perform well on last-gen consoles, but didn't give out console review codes ahead of time, ended up being far from the case. Game social, yada, 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 remains a cautionary tale. So if all this went wrong, why am I saying what's going on with GTA Definitive Edition is worse? One quote I read yesterday was that CDPR shot for the moon with Cyberpunk and missed, while Rockstar shot for the ground and somehow still missed. Cyberpunk was attempting to make a sprawling brand RPG, what's going on PC, which is yada yada, but Rockstar has taken itself PC version and ordered down, moved files inside a range of everything from unlicensed songs to proprietary company tools to San Andreas hot coffee sex mod. I still have a copy, unopened copy of that. San Andreas, the unaltered version. I wonder if it's worth anything. So even if you bought the PC version, Rockstar is literally preventing you from playing it indefinitely. Whoa, wait a minute. But Rockstar itself is taken down. Oh, they took down the PC version. There's also broadness of the poor performance to consider. Cyberpunk. So yeah, people have commented that PS3 ran GTA 5 better than the PS5 is running GTA 3. How is this happening? Finally, perhaps worst of all, is something that elevates Rockstar has done here. The fact that they spent time hunting down player-made remaster mods, take those offline, and then stop selling the original versions of the game altogether, clearing way for this remaster, which is worse than any of them. That was a terrible move. Fans are rightly roasting them for it now. State of the game. This is not a project that should have been done half-heartedly. These are most popular, most beloved games in the industry. They deserve proper care and attention for quality remaster, not whatever this was. And this is not jibe with what Take-Two Strauss Zelnick said in March about taking time to do remasters correctly. Remastering is always been part of the strategy. What we've done differently than the competitions, we just don't port titles over. We actually take the time to do the very best job we can, making the title different for the new release, for the new technology we are launching it on. Cyberpunk has issues with zooming back. Look at the full picture. I think what's happening with GTA Definitive Edition is here's clearly worse. Given the context of how much easier it is, a task at hand should have been. We'll see what fixes they roll out, but the entire endeavor might be irreparably damaged to its core. So yeah. So I really, I've been playing Grand Theft Auto 5 for years, and it's, let me tell you, it's a freaking great game. But this rushing, Grand Theft Auto 3 was fantastic, even though flying that damn dodo was a pain in the ass. I'm not really in a hurry to go out and get this, but at the same time, I would like the option of getting it. But this just makes me just say, wow, you guys completely dropped the ball here. Does anyone in the audience have a PS5? I'm curious. 29 people watching. How's it going? So we're coming up on 5:51. So, and I had been advised to move a certain segment of the show to the back end of it because it would fit better. But like I said, the big problem with this is, like I said, they were obviously they want it in stores before Christmas. That's true, but you could have delayed it. I mean, this was going to sell well regardless. Yeah, you cannot find a PS5 anywhere. They've been sold out for months. I mean, I think they're going to be sold out well into next year. I never get new. I keep bumping this freaking thing in my hat. I never get new consoles anyway in the first couple of years, because most of the great games are released on the back end of the console. The great games usually don't come in the first 1 to 2 years. They come in the last 3 to 5 years. Yeah, I remember the whole argument about the PS3. Oh well, they should have known. They should have known that the console was going to sell out, and they should have had all these games. Blah 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 blah. Like, well, yeah, they knew the console was going to sell out, but but what if it didn't? What if it didn't sell out? What if only couple 100,000 people bought it? So you're going to have a game that you poured $50 million into in development costs that's going to sell 100,000 copies. You're never going to make your money back. But people will go out and buy the console. Well, maybe they will, maybe they won't. Selling the PS2. Hey, don't knock the PS2. PS2 is great. Actually, I had the McDonald's chicken sandwich today. That was actually surprising. I'll be putting that video up pretty soon, and I have to demo that amp too. I'm going to be demoing an amp we found. That's exciting. Rabid Slug ouchies. Try an emulator. Get an emulator. Usually emulators, if you have a pretty decent video card, an emulator will run pretty well. PCX2, I believe it's called. As long as you have the original games. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. You know what? I bought Arma 3 on Steam, but I never downloaded it. I never installed it. And I loved what Bohemian Interactive did with Operation Flashpoint. Technically, as long as you own the original, you're entitled to have a backup. That's the loophole. I shouldn't say that though. They're going to come after me. I still have M64 unbroken boxes in storage. Just now, I still have them. Yeah. Did you play DayZ? No, I did not. No, I did. No, I did not play DayZ. Because I like the idea of this continuous world, but unfortunately, I probably get really frustrated because once you get shot and killed, that's it. You got to start all over. From what I understand, like I said, I like the idea. This big continuous world, but I don't like the idea of having to start over just because some a-hole pegs you with a sniper rifle from half a mile away. Is that the game I'm thinking about? Is that the right game? I think it's the right game. Yeah, there's some really good games out there, and there's some pretty bad ones out there too. Hey there, Rob. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. I got a pineapple I'm going to cut up in a little while. I freaking love pineapple. Dear God. Yeah, DayZ is frustrating, but that's the survival genre in general. Yeah, that's true. One game I kind of liked was Jalopy. We have to drive a Trabant across Germany in the 90s. I played Fortnite a couple times, but I just didn't like it. I don't like the fact that you have to keep changing characters each match unless you spend money. Unless you spend money to buy the Captain America or Daredevil skin or whatever, you know. Looking forward to the day you get monetized. Oh, thank you, Mr. MH. Yeah, we're closing in on that. Don't mind those kinds of games. Difficulty 7 takes back to old harder. Yeah. No pineapple on pizza. No pineapple on pizza. No, I just like watch hours. We're hovering around 3,900. We're gonna get put over the top very soon. There's been some wrenches thrown in my streaming plans, but we're trying to overcome those, and we're gonna be going forward. We're gonna try to iron those out. So, barbecue chicken pizza, best pizza. Barbecue chicken pizza is good. I like barbecue. I was surprised how much I liked it. This has turned into a food stream, hasn't it? Okay. I'm going to go, before I close out with animal news, I'm going to go over some, because I've been told that the score should be done last in the broadcast. We have week 10 scores for the NFL. Most of these games are final. Ravens losing to the Dolphins Thursday night in a final, 22-10. Saints losing to the Titans. Bills over the Jets. Steelers and they tied. Son of a bitch. They tied. Colts over the Jaguars. Washington over the Buccaneers. Patriots beating up on the Browns. Cowboys over the Falcons. Panthers over the Cardinals. Vikings over the Chargers. Seahawks losing to the Packers. Eagles over the Broncos. Jesse Miles will be very happy about that. And today, Raiders and the Chiefs will be the Sunday night game, and the Rams will take on the 49ers in your Monday night matchup. So that is the scores for today. Rabbit, that's why I did it last. But we have one last story to end on. And we are going to do it. And because it's a bit of it's not really a feel-good story, but it's a little interesting, funny animal story. Sort of as a palate cleanser. Antarctic penguin waddles ashore in New Zealand, 2,000 miles from home. Oh, the little guy's lost. I did not notice any physical injury, but it was tired and hungry, said Harry Singh, who found the bird. An Antarctic penguin's misadventure has seen it waddle ashore almost 2,000 miles from home. The Adelaide penguin, which is native to Antarctica, washed up on the coast of New Zealand on Wednesday. A rare visitor was spotted by the resident Harry Singh just south of Christchurch in Birdlings Flat on the southern island. A video captured by Singh shows the penguin wandering around on the beach. Oh, check him out. I did not notice any physical injury, but it was tired and hungry, Singh told NBC News via Facebook Messenger Friday. The last sighting with an Adelaide penguin was in 1993, and this is the only third time one of the birds has made it to New Zealand's shores, according to an online encyclopedia of New Zealand's birds, which says one was found dead in 1962, and a live Adelaide penguin was reportedly found in 1993. Although the bird's sex was not immediately determined, locals finally named it Pingu, after the main character in a clay-animated children's TV series. Singh said he and his wife stayed with the exhausted creature for nearly 4 hours until staff from Christchurch Penguins Rehabilitation came to the rescue. Thomas Strack of Christchurch Penguin Rehabilitation arrived at the scene with a veterinarian, according to the news website Stuff. He told the site that the penguin was malnourished and severely dehydrated. The team had given Pingu some fish smoothies before it was released back into the sea Friday morning, he added. We picked a south-facing bay with not too many visitors and no dogs, Anita Spencer, senior ranger of the Department of Conservation, told the Australian Associated Press. Rejuvenated and on its feet again, Pingu jumped across the boulders and dove into the waves. Adelaide penguins are commonly found on the coast of Antarctica. Being excellent swimmers, the species can travel up to 745 miles away from home. The tuxedo-clad birds are known to breed on rocky, ice-free ground. We know that juvenile penguins explore quite widely before they settle to breed. Philip Tratham, a senior research scientist at the British Antarctic Survey, who is part of the diverse group of marine scientists who research a wide variety of seabirds in the Southern Ocean. This bird may have got lost or confused. In the future, as our oceans change, it will be important to understand whether normal behavior also changes, he added. Adelaide and emperor penguins are only two species of penguin that live on sea ice. All the penguins dwell in open water. Adelaide penguins are an indicator species used to detect and monitor effects of environmental change on Antarctic marine ecosystems, according to New Zealand government website. Almost the entire cohort of chicks from Adelaide penguin colony on the eastern Antarctic was wiped out by starvation in 2017. Oh, that's sad. Researchers said the mass die-off occurred because unusually large amounts of sea ice forced the penguins to travel farther in search of food for their young. By the time they returned, only 2 out of thousands of chicks had survived. Oh, that's sad. Well, this little guy, there you go. This little guy, he's off and he's going to find his new home. He's going to head home. New pronoun incoming, penguin self. What is a zinger? Zinger is... this is a zinger or what? Nope. Penguin castaway. Yeah, apparently penguin castaway. Yeah, so this little guy, he's going to find his way. Hopefully he'll find his way back home. And so, with that, well said. You know, I've been watching, speaking of Tom Hanks, I've been watching That Thing You Do on a loop. So first the emus went Australia, and now the penguins are invading New Zealand. Apparently, yeah. Well, there's no resistance. No, you know. Yeah, pick your targets. So, all right, guys. I think that will do it. We're going to keep the show at just about an hour. I'd like to thank everybody for joining me today. Good to see Jake here. And we'll probably be doing something about Ghostbusters because it comes out this week. So I'll probably be doing something about Ghostbusters. I said I'm going to have the demo of the amp. And hopefully we will, that'll be fun. If not, it'll be very frustrating. It's been busy past couple weeks. But we'll squeeze in some streams, and Mecca will squeeze in some streams too. So, everybody, pardon me. I want to thank everybody for joining me. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. As always, like I always say, have a great rest of your weekend. But before we go, we have to be reminded of who pays the bills. So, but if you're going to eat a chicken sandwich, you need to eat just one.
Finally, a chicken I could put my blessing behind. Say yes to Pope Yes Chicken, the official chicken of Pope Abaiga. The only chicken you'll need for your salvation. Even that Shlomo guy likes it.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff.
Say yes to Pope Yes. It's heavenly.
Thanks, everybody, for joining me. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a good rest of your Sunday evening, and we will catch you next time. Yeah, Charlie Zinger, I like to keep the shows about an hour. It's just easier on everybody.